Hi, my name is Karen Slusher, and this is Module 1. My why for wanting to be an administrator is probably not that different from a lot of people. I didn't always see myself in this role, and it really came from um, working with one of the other administrators who consistently pushed me to consider this as a possibility. And I think after several years of her having that conversation with me, I decided to look into it a little bit more. Um, and then I also had a role come up within the district that I saw myself really desiring. And so, in terms of looking into it, I saw that an administrative license was one of the requirements. And so, I wanted to pursue this as a possibility. Um, since I've been doing some administrative duties, I really have discovered a drive for problem solving within myself. I like working with the leadership team at the school to not only just see what the problems are within the school system, but also work to figure out ways to make those better. So whether it's something with student learning or the efficiency of the educational component in our school, I really just want to do what I can to help make our school stronger. Um, I also really see a need in the district to reshape kind of what we're looking at. I think the past few decades really put there was a push on college attendance, and that really the only success that schools could have was if the majority of their students were attending um, a four-year college. And I think that that was not just within our school, it was something that was happening nationally. And I think that there really needs to be a shift to understand that career and technical education is just as important as a college degree, and that we need to look more in terms of what the students are wanting to do, what their capabilities are, and then providing them the best opportunities to meet those goals. Um, I also really have a passion for communication. So the role that I had identified earlier was to be basically in charge of district communication. And so because I have a passion for communication, that's something that I really want to pursue. I want to use my skill set there to be able to enhance what families and students in the community receive in terms of what our school district is doing. Um, I've actually had multiple supervision responsibilities because I've been a teacher on special assignment for the past year. But my supervision responsibilities really started my first year teaching high school back in 2005 when I took students on a national field trip. Normally in our district, teachers are required to have an administrator attend with them, and I've been lucky enough to have the administration believe that I can manage the students on my own in terms of providing the opportunity and holding the kids accountable that needs to happen. So every year I take students on a national field trip for journalism. And then in the past school year, I've been the person in charge at various sporting events and school events. So as such, I help problem solve if there is an issue. So if there's any sort of issue with behavior, um, or if there are questions, or if there's a monetary issue, that's kind of my job to step in and help whomever is running or hosting the event. And so that's kind of been my supervision. I have not yet had to evaluate or observe other teachers. My past experience being evaluated is kind of diverse. My first year teaching in the district, I was given what we call a star mentor. That person evaluates your teaching and gives feedback that is actually not provided to the district in any other means. And it's simply a way for them to challenge you to be a better teacher without the pressure of it affecting your employment. My probationary evaluations were very nice, I guess. I felt very valued in all of my probationary evaluations. So the first 3 years I was in the district, I had administrators who were willing to work with me to give me guidance to both applaud and question the things that I was doing in the classroom in order to push me to be a better teacher. Since then, I've had 1 year I had what we kind of considered to be the tough evaluator in our building. There was an administrator who had a reputation for wanting to clean house. What was interesting about him is that most people were concerned for their for their job security if he was assigned to be their evaluator. And I did not experience that with him. And I think some of that came with connections or reputation within the building. And so I think he was a very different person for me. I actually struggled with him though because he did not provide me with quality feedback and ways to get better. And then the last few years, I've had what I would consider to be the trusting evaluator, somebody who knows me well and would essentially come down to my classroom and evaluate what was going on and then provide me with, again, very little feedback other than they appreciated having me in there. I'm somebody who really values feedback, and so it was frustrating to have those last few years of evaluations just simply because I didn't feel like um, I got the challenges that I need and that I think every teacher needs to have to continue to push themselves to grow and to become better educators. So that's my introduction to this course.